Hey everybody, it's Rory from ANSgear. We're going to look at some of the Ninja products that you might use to set up a remote line system or fill system that you might maybe want to run on your back. So I've got in front of me the Ninja products that would be designed for this application, a couple different remote line setups and a fill whip setup. We'll look at them and kind of explain to you what they're going to do and what the differences between them will be. So I have here one of their super light bottles, 6845 super light, and a gun, just so you guys have an idea of where the things need to go. I know a lot of you probably already know all this information, but we'll do it real quick so that we're not boring anybody. So we have our basic remote line right here. This is a non-slide check version, a Ninja remote line. Obviously this part right here, this is going to be your reducer. This is going to be the part that goes into your gun. So we have our gun. We're going to thread this into the bottom or the back end of our gun where you would normally put your tank in. Okay, it's going to thread right in. You've got the female end of your quick disconnect right here. So this is the part that is going to connect to your gun. This end right here is the tank end. So we're going to take our tank and we're going to screw it in to our fill adapter right here. And then we're going to control the flow of air through this knob on the top. Once this is depressed and down, then this is going to be releasing the air. The air is going to flow through the hose, come out the end, and if it's not attached to your gun, air is just going to come out the end. If it is attached to your gun, then we're going to be gassing up the gun. So this is your basic setup right here. No bells and whistles, no frills. Very standard, very just normal. Now, if you're looking for something that you can control the airflow through your remote line, then you might want to think about picking up a Ninja remote line with slide check. Now, this is exactly like the one we just looked at. Only difference being it has this slide check built into the middle right here. So we've got our tank on one end, we've got our gun on the other end, and when the tank has been pressurized, or the line has been pressurized from the tank, the air flowing through, you can control where it goes from here. If you have the slide in the rear position like this, it cuts the pressure right here, and you could disconnect the gun if you wanted to, while still leaving the pressure inside of the line. It will not come out when the slide is in the back position. As soon as you slide this forward, it's going to release the pressure through the end of the remote line and into the gun. When you're done shooting, or maybe you want to set your gun down, all you need to do, slide the slide back, it cuts the pressure, and you can disconnect the gun. So if you like to be able to disconnect the gun while still leaving your line pressurized, check this one out. This is a remote line with slide check on it. Now there's another form of that same kind of thing without the need to slide anything back and forth. So this is a coiled remote setup from Ninja, and this is the push to connect version. So right here at the end, we've got the same fitting setup. It does look a little different. If we take the two pieces and look at the end of them, you can see that this version is a little more pointy right here than the original male quick disconnect setup. But the way this works is, obviously our tank is going to connect to this side, still the same. We turn our gas and the gas flows through here, and regardless of what you've done, the pressure will always stop right here. As soon as you connect the fitting into the end here, it releases the gas and goes through. When you're done and you want to disconnect, there's a button right here. You push the button, the fitting comes out, and that disconnects and cuts pressure at the fitting right here. So you don't need to slide anything back and forth. You just basically connect and disconnect, and that will allow gas to flow or cut it off without you needing to do anything except disconnect it. So this is a push to connect version. When you push it in, it connects and the gas flows through. So we've also got this setup right here. Now this is kind of more of a specialized setup from Ninja. This is a dual line setup. So if you are the kind of player who is maybe running two different pistols, or you want to run two pistols, like two TPXs on a remote line, or maybe two Tiberius guns on a remote line, this will be the setup for you. Connect your tank to the middle of the UFA right here, screw it in, gas it up. Each end of the remote line has a slide check on it right here, so you can control gas flow, and then you can connect two different pistols to it. So if you want to dual wield pistols, this is the setup for you. This is a dual remote line setup from Ninja. So those are your basic remote line setups, all the way from very basic to the more advanced. There's one other piece that they do offer. This is a fill whip. This kind of thing is basically used for people who carry their tank on their back, which is what you would be doing if you were running a remote line setup. This is obviously going to be on your back or on your side somehow. It's very difficult to fill these bottles when they're on your back. It makes it kind of hard. You have to take your pack off, pull the bottle out, and then connect it to the fill station. So the fill whip kind of eliminates that procedure, or those steps. You can take your fill whip, you can connect it to your bottle, and you just leave it like this in your pack. So you were playing for the day, whatever, you've got your tank filled, you're running around, you're shooting, your tank becomes empty or it gets low. You go to the fill station, all you need to do is pull out the end of the fill whip, you connect it to the fill station, fill up the tank, coil this back up, and stick it back in your pack. That way you never have to pull the bottle out, you never have to take their fill station and try to put it behind you so that you're trying to fill it behind your back. It makes it very easy to fill your bottle without having to remove it from your pack. So if you're in the market for some sort of line setup, a remote line setup, check these ones out. We've got our Ninja Basic, Ninja Slide Check, Ninja Push to Connect, and Ninja Dual System. Plus, if you already have that set up and you need to refill when the tank's on your back, check this out, a Ninja Fill Whip. All these products are available through the website, so go ahead and look at them and order yours now at ANSgear.com.